well, you want to sit right here? Will this work for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so your Girl Scout troop is wanting to know about women in jobs. Is that what you're... Okay, all right.
People who own a business.
Who own a business? Oh, so entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's do this.
Okay. How did you get your job?
How did I get my job? Well, I've been doing this a really long time, and it's not like you just walk in and you start to own a company. You really have to learn the business first, and the best way to start doing that is in college, which is what I did. And then I went into real estate, and I sold real estate, and then I sold a lot of real estate. And then I decided that I wanted to serve my clients and my community by opening my own business.
Okay.
So if you want to get to the bottom of your question, how long ago? Well, I started my company about 22 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. How did you start your business?
Oh gosh. Again, that's one of those questions that has a thousand answers, because there's a lot to starting a business. You first have to think about, who you want to serve, who you want your customers to be. You have to think about where you're going to operate your business. So there's a lot to it, but you just take one day at a time, and if you always keep in mind who your customer is and how to best serve them, you'll figure it out.
Was your business successful?
I'd have to say it has been successful when you think about all the people that I've helped sell homes to or for, and also all the people that I've worked with. I think I've helped people learn more about this business, and I think we've had some fun. So that's a pretty good measure of success.
Yeah.
So what else?
How old were you when you started your business?
Oh, well, you know what? I always knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to start in this business from the time I was 15 years old. So, yeah.
Who do you plan on giving your business when you retire?
Well, that's a big question too. You find somebody who's really bright and who has a good future ahead of them, and then you try to make sure you set them up for success. So, yeah, we're working on that right now.
What's the hardest part of your business, and what's the easiest?
The hardest part? Oh gosh, ooh, you should have warned me from that question. I have to think about that one. The hardest part. The hardest part of my business, managing finances, I think, is probably one of the most difficult things about owning a business. If that isn't your forte, so you have to be sure you hire good people to take care of that, and I have. And the easiest part of my business is working with the people. Yep.
Where do you see your business in 5 years?
Well, hopefully it continues to grow and thrive and help people, and also help the community, because I like to use my company to help the people in my community.
What advice should I know for if I want to start a business?
Well, it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of hours. It's not like your regular 9-to-5 job. When you own a business, it can be a 7-day-a-week job until you get things going, and sometimes even then it's a lot of hours.
Okay, this is the last question.
Okay.
Were you ever in Girl Scouts?
I was a Girl Scout for probably about 6 years when I was little, younger, and then I actually had a Girl Scout troop, and I was with them for about 5 years. And I remember the first day I met them, they were in kindergarten, and I had never heard girls scream quite that loud before, ever in my life. But we had a really good time for about 5 years, and of course they went off in their separate ways. That's what happens. Any other questions?
No.
Okay.
What do you say?
So what did you, well, you're very welcome. So what did you pull out of this? What's important to you?
Probably, I don't know.
Do you think that you'd ever want to own a business?
Probably.
Really? What kind?
Probably like a veterinarian business.
Oh, wow, that's really special when you help animals. Yeah, that's almost like being a doctor, and I think it takes almost as much schooling. So that's important. You have to get really good grades in school, and you have to study hard in school because when you go on to college, it's very demanding. So then you sort of have that discipline, and you know what you're, you know you can do it. So that's great. You should absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Do you like all sorts of animals or certain kinds?
All sorts of animals.
You'd be a great veterinarian.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.